Hello, fabulous friends and fans. Welcome to another episode of Nadiya Shah Productions. I am your host, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. Today's guest, Maggie Hyde. There is so much to say, but so much I will let her say. Incredibly accomplished in astrology. She is the author of Jung and Astrology, a book that had a huge impact on me and that I learned a lot from. And she's also one of the directors of the Company of Astrologers. It is such an amazing honor for me to celebrate with you, Maggie Hyde. Maggie, welcome.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. What's going on with the Company of Astrologers? Tell us about that.
Well, it meets once a month in London, and it meets in a building which is the Art Workers Guild. And that has been going with William Morris and people for, the best part of a century. And we meet and we discuss charts in the first half, and then we have a lecture. So some of the people from Kent have been coming. But the correspondence course we've got, our distance learning, is in horary astrology. And there's half a dozen tutors for that. And I love horary because it allows astrology to be not just doing natal charts, not just doing the birth chart, but actually to see the divinatory side of astrology much more. So you ask a question and you answer that question with your astrology.
It's sort of like using astrology like tarot?
It is, or like the I Ching. Some of the ancient practitioners, or even the more up-to-date 17th century practitioners like William Lilly, their astrology, although it seems predictive, is actually very, what we say, cathartic. It's encouraging the person to take an initiative to actually, find the line of good fortune that is their line. Things were different pre-Enlightenment, that, the eternal and God's realm of the eternal was seen as truth. And after at the Enlightenment, post-Enlightenment, truth is seen to be very scientific and objective, and it's a factual thing. And God is just part of one's imagination. You can either believe in God or not believe in God. It's your choice. So there's a shift, what Joseph Milne calls the ontological inversion. There's an inversion of what we understand as truth. And what I love about astrology and about all forms of divination is that it makes a space for truth as truth shown by the cosmos and connects us to a cosmological truth for ourselves. And that's very pre-Enlightenment, isn't it? And not scientific. So I would tend to put astrology, as you would, I'm sure, Nadiya, in the pot that says divination.
Yes.
Yes. Rather than in science.
Right. And I think also what you said, it has to do with that before the Enlightenment, what science meant was completely different.
Absolutely.
Yes. Than after the Enlightenment.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the same year that Uranus was discovered, you had Antoine Comte de Gebelin in France, who for the first time published the tarot cards as a form of divination. And I think that divination evolves and takes on new forms and new shapes over the period, to cope with the fact that the cosmos could no longer hold together in the classical order, for example, with the 7 planets, because they discovered an 8th in Uranus. So that created chaos in terms of overthrowing the old order. And therefore you couldn't any longer look at the cosmos for truth. And so you had to actually evolve another form of divination for the West, instead of astrology as such. And tarot began to evolve. And before that, it's quite clear that although the tarot cards go back, they were, to the 15th century Italy, they were playing cards. They weren't used as a form of divination, but Gebelin, in the same year that Uranus was discovered, published the tarot as a form of divination. And that, to me, says a great deal about the survival of divination in modernity.
Now, see all this brilliance? Imagine getting to listen to this almost every day for a full year. Like, something within me is dancing. When you love astrology and divination, this kind of stuff makes your soul dance, and I got to listen to it for a whole year. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You made one of my dreams come true just by being here, so thank you. I got to hear that and learn from that and really incorporate that for a full year. My goodness, it is life-changing. It's better than Hogwarts, I'm telling you. Thank you for celebrating Maggie Hyde with me. Until we connect again, take care. Astrology's biggest stars are right here. Nadiya Shah Productions, new episodes every Thursday.